Mad Men is great, and also just like it's it's fine.
My mom told me something about the show, and I'm not calling it a mom show or anything like that. But she
Had
said
to make him custom pants because his dick was so big. Have you not
that's
heard
the first
that?
I've heard of that.
Is John Hamm packing?
Dude, I recorded a whole episode on one of my old shows with Ashley from Lullaby about this. So John Hamm, you can read up on this. Apparently, he's got such a fucking hammer on him that they had to make him custom pants because when they put on like period accurate 1950s pants, they were like, hey man, we can't do that, your whatever 8-inch shaft is just like showing in the pants. So they had to make him custom pants because he has a notoriously a John Hamm Thor's hammer. That's why there's 2 M's on the end of his name. It's John Hamm with 2 M's for that reason, because of the extra inches.
Because the lady's calling John Hamm.
Yeah.
Welcome to Daddies the Podcast, featuring Eric and Greg. Join them each week as they hang with a new guest to talk about who they are, their why, and the stories that come up along the way. Thank you for being a part of the Daddies community.
We're live, maybe. This is the first time we've ever done a live. For those of you listening, we're trying something new today in honor of Chris being the most times on our show.
What?
Is you, Chris?
No.
Yep. Yeah.
There's no way that's possible.
Yep. That's possible.
A threefer.
A threefer.
A threesome.
A threefer.
No.
Yep. Yeah. This is a threesome.
I don't think we're allowed to have that on the podcast. Not live,
Not
at least.
Without payment ahead of time, at least.
That's true.
I believe, according to the law, it's not technically illegal if you pay somebody first. So
then it's a porno shoot.
Well,
yeah, exactly.
I was thinking about that though. Yeah. So this is your third time being on.
Yeah. That's crazy. I don't. There's only a few other shows I've been on that many times. So yeah.
It's
one of whom you've actually interviewed, Ashley from Lullaby. I think that's one of the only other shows that I've been on.
Oh yeah, great.
Multiple times. So,
yeah. Well, you know what? Glad to have you back.
Well, thank you.
And there's a reason for the season, right?
There is.
Well, yeah, obviously.
And also, nice blue shirt.
Don't get me fucking started. Whoever is actually looking at this, I don't know if this is actually live on Instagram or not, even if it's not, and anybody listening to this and not seeing clips of it will not understand this, but I am wearing a jet black shirt, and I turned my camera on, and they're just like, no, I'm vibing with blue today. And so I honestly though, I'm thinking I may have to get some blue undershirts now. This looks okay.
It actually
nice.
It looks clean. I just don't know why it's giving blue.
So, and it's not. It's weird because it's not giving blue. It's actually giving blue, right? It's not. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It also looks like the little rear view mirror thing you have on my right of the screen.
This is a screen for my microphone. Yeah. So.
Oh, okay. It looks.
This is also black.
It looks like to me when it was in that other configuration, it looked like a static, like a black and the salt and pepper TV display,
right? Which it's actually that's kind of a cool look if you think about it. No, this is a screen. I'm just confused. It's definitely my light, maybe. I don't know. Who fucking cares? All right, it doesn't matter.
It's the old black and blue dress or white and gold. Which color is it?
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Oh man, white and gold. Is this, by the way, is the split screen easier? Can you hear it? Is that good?
We can hear you. Yeah, everything sounds
sweet. All right,
fantastic.
Beautiful. Better than last time. That was. I don't think that was live. I don't think people experienced what we experienced, but yeah, that was fun.
So, Chris, tell me again about that beer. Because you're drinking out of a Guinness glass. This episode is being recorded, or we are live right now. One day after St. Patrick's Day.
Correct. Which I also had a bunch of this on St. Patrick's Day. So this is Smithwick's, or as they say in Ireland, Smithwick's. This is a red ale from Ireland. This is now owned by Guinness, but it is not, it wasn't originally from Guinness. This is something that is all over every pub in Dublin, apparently. And I used to enjoy this on tap at a local Irish pub of mine back in 2012. And I was like, what the fuck is this beer? It's one of the best things I've ever had. And they stopped serving it on tap, and then I just lost interest in, life. And so I hadn't had it. It's literally in I'm thinking like 13 years just about. And then I've been looking for it And so, a friend of mine actually was like, "Oh, they rebranded. It's a red can now, and like they sell them in can." And I was like, "Oh, really?" And then literally like last week, my local place finally got it, and it was in the imported section next to the Guinness, and I was just like, "Oh!" And so it was for the first time since like 2012.
So they
and
sell it at your local liquor store, and
Yeah.
now you drink on the weekdays.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird. I don't really drink that much anymore. Like, I don't drink a lot of beer anymore. I don't drink too much hard liquor unless if I make some videos for like a brand or something like that, I'll drink and I'll enjoy a drink every now and then. I love bourbon still, but I don't really drink like I used to. But I saw this and I was like, I don't give a fuck. I was like, I'm back. I don't give a fuck. I'll gain all the weight back. I'm like, I don't care. I was like, I'm so back. I'm like, this is great.
I was telling Chris Eric before you hopped on, we were having like a little JO sesh, and I was saying you look cut. I mean, you.
I thank you. Yeah, I've tried to lose. I lost a bunch of weight leading into the fall. And then I was like, I should probably gain a little bit of muscle, and so I've been trying to do that. It's just people don't tell you it's not. It's hard work. It's not cool. Like I feel like everything I've heard my whole life has just been like working's out easy. You can do it. It's fine. Like just eat some protein. You're good. And like nobody really tells you how hard. That's not true. I'm literally just destroying all of the integrity of anybody who's in the fitness community. No, I'm just like it's a piece of cake usually.
Okay, but
no,
working out, like people that like are super wet for working out too. Like I can't. I'm a little bit I'm envious because I don't have the motivation to do it, and I know
I don't either.
And like that's what's hard for me. So I started taking GLP-1 back in July.
Yeah.
It's easy mode.
I mean, kind of like in a way. I've lost 40 pounds,
Yeah.
but I feel like death all the fucking time, all the time.
I know.
And
Well,
so
you look great while you're doing it, Craig.
Yeah, true. But if you like how you look, that's all that matters.
Yeah, right.
Right? That is the only thing in life that matters.
I'm trying to get down to like the high school Greg days where I could rock the girl jeans, size 2, baby. You were coming. So
not double zeros. Wait,
was always a size.
Like, wow, you didn't wear double zeros, you little bitch. No.
Yeah, right. I suck. I was a size 2, and I'll tell you, I used to. My cousin worked at the Gap, and back in the day, they didn't sell. Do you remember? Well, they didn't sell skinny jeans for dudes. Like that wasn't a thing until later.
See, we're all old enough. We're all about the same age.
Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Give or take 30. I'm 34,
Eric's
35.
42.
I'm 30. Fuck you. I'm 37.
He's such an asshole. No, because for a split second I was like, "Oh fuck, really? I'm sorry."
Dickhead.
No,
I look really good for my age.
That's true. No, I remember like it was just long enough where I remember having to like not buy men's jeans in order to get the kind of skinny jeans that I needed for that time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird because they did have kind of skinny jeans, but you really, you had to buy, you had to buy different. And I was like, the pockets are weird on this. I don't understand. It's like, so you had to.
They were flared and shit at the bottom.
Exactly.
Greg had the ones with the gems.
I used to wear Megan, my sister's, and they always had like little stars on the butt. And I'll never forget, man. I remember going into school. I went in 9th grade, and this girl, she was like, "Do you think those make you look sexy? Because they don't." I was like, God damn, high school sucks ass. And then it was just 4 years of shit. And then it became cool all of a sudden. Everyone's like, oh, wait, that's actually the look, Yeah,
that was the whole thing, was that it started out not cool. And then, I don't know, things just fucking take out. Like, I think back to like all the shit that I used to like, not have to buy, but like the things like, oh, well, I got to get the studded belt from Hot Topic. Like it started with that, right? But it had to be a specific studded belt. I still remember the first one I got was a triple row, and the middle row was red studs. So the outside studs were silver, the middle one was red, and I was like, fuck yeah, this is going to be good. And then I remember I went into school and somebody relentlessly made fun of me for it. Because they're like, what is that, a red stripe in the middle? You fucking fit. And I'm like, what did you just say? I was like,
everybody's jam. I definitely did not jump on that train.
Because what train was that, Eric?
The train that I jumped on, I was gangster. I was so gangster. I had the Mike Jones T-shirt with like my phone number. Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
Yeah, I never wore a Band-Aid like Nelly, but I wanted to. They just told me I wasn't allowed to.
That was the Nelly Band-Aid. I remember that vividly in 6th grade. I remember being at a local, it was like a birthday party at some fucking local country club type place. And I remember that song, Hot in Here, just blasting. And even in 6th grade, seeing a bunch of 6th graders dancing to that song. And I was just like, this isn't right. I was just like, and just in my mind being like, this doesn't feel right. I don't know. Like,
do you remember like old school dances where they would be like, what was it? You'd have to like show arm's length.
Phone book length was
book length. The fuck is phone book length?
What's a phone book? If a phone book is this big, you could be this close.
It's like 2 T-Rexes dancing. What the fuck? What is a phone book like?
Yeah, wait, hold on. What the fuck?
Yeah, you could be not on each other, but you'd have to be this far.
Well, wasn't it just dancing, just this, and you were just like, or you'd put your hands on. They put their hands over, and you put your hands.
It was just grinding.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure.
That's all that it was.
I feel like phone book length is even worse. I feel like it's worse than if you're just hugging somebody and say something. Imagine instead of like hugging somebody and saying something in their ear, you just come this close to them and you're just like, "Hey, man, listen, I really gotta tell." Like that's like to me, that's even worse. Being that close.
Well, listen, speaking of middle school dances, my wife is a school nurse at a middle school. And just today, she got asked to prom by 2 different boys.
But you know what? Apparently that is common.
I remember it from when I was in high school. They would ask the hot English teacher. The hot English teacher would be, "Oh, thank you, boys." And actually, the hot English teacher was engaged to the science teacher. Oh. Not one of the students.
She's in jail.
But she declined. But she will be at that dance, so I can't wait to hear. She'll be chaperoning.
So that is pretty amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here, I actually want to talk about something kind of serious, right?
Go.
That touches on that. So you always hear, male teacher sleeps with underage female student. Fucked up. But when the female teacher does it, everyone's like, "Yeah, where were they? Where were they when I was a kid?" But like,
That's still fucked up, though.
Oh,
it's
still fucked up.
Right.
Maybe,
it is still fucked up.
I think, but I will say this. I think when you're, and I can't speak to every single guy or every single child or every, whatever, but when you're a younger dude, sometimes you hear that and you're just like, oh, sweet, what the fuck? But that's because you're in a younger dude situation where you're like, hey, I like that teacher. I'd like to, whatever. When you're older and you become a dad, and especially for me, a dad of like a young boy, you think about stuff like that, and your instant thought is all of a sudden, like instantly, you're just like that is just as fucked up and just as gross. Like, where like you realize that maybe your underdeveloped brain was just going through hormones, and like you're like, that's why I found that older teacher hot, whatever, right? But you hear about those stories, and like, it's not awesome. Like it's disgusting. It's like, it's the same amount of disgusting and gross and illegal that it is when it happens to the opposite sex.
And capital I illegal.
Yeah, hella illegal.
You don't have the mental capacity to handle that trauma. I mean, because it is fucking trauma, and
that's essentially what it is.
Yeah, and so it'll fuck you up. Now, I'll tell you, as I've gotten into my mid-30s, I'll say like a 45, 50-year-old now, and I'm like, all right, I'm there now. It's
a
peers.
Window. Yeah, right.
Your peers all of a sudden.
There's a window, right? Like, how much older than you do you find attractive, and how much younger than you do you find attractive?
And also, like, at what cost?
I'm not asking you to necessarily answer that question, but
right, no, that was just a hypothetical.
Oh, right, okay,
right. But like, it's not like you're not 18 years old and find a 50-year-old woman. I mean, you might, but 50-year-old woman not attractive to you as an 18-year-old.
Sure.
At least they weren't to me.
I don't know. I feel like the release of the song "Stacy's Mom" ruined a lot of us for the rest of our lives. It's just like. It did. I'm sorry. Like I
had unrealistic expectations of my friends'
moms.
all my friends, Stacy, of all of their moms. I said, hey, is the birthday party happening at your house? Is your mom going to be there? And every single Stacy's mom was not as hot as the Stacy's mom from, what is that? Fountains of Wayne.
Fountains of Wayne, yeah.
Song?
Fountains of
They
Wayne,
did not hold
great
a candle.
band, by the way.
Yeah.
Great band,
R.I.P. their bassist.
I know.
Who was,
I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever actually explored their discography, but like Stacy's Mom is an iconic song, obviously.
Nope, that's the only song they got.
So, just as a band, though, like there's one specific album that you should check out. It's called Traffic and Weather. Okay, it's fucking awesome. Like they were just a really good New Jersey, poppy punk, pop rock band, and
I'm here for that.
That album, Traffic and Weather, honestly, you're like, fuck yeah. Like you listen to it, you're just like, this is fucking good. And there's no big hits on there. It's almost like an album of almost like B-sides, but they were a great fucking band, man. Like,
and wasn't their bassist John Bernthal's cousin?
I think I heard that, which I don't know if that's true.
They were like first cousins too,
true.
I think.
It has to be true.
If we've all kind of heard it,
I think they would have
more than you think they'd have more than one big hit then. Jeez. So.
Well, right. I'll tell you though, I didn't Bowling for Soup do a cover of Stacy's Mom?
I think so. Yeah.
I think yeah.
Which Bowling for Soup, they're still touring. I didn't recognize Jared when he was in a video recently, and I don't mean this in an insulting way because everybody changes, but like he changed like a lot.
Yeah,
he's way different than what I remember when I was a lot younger, and so. But he still, I've heard them play recently though. Like he still sounds like good. He still sounds decent, but yeah, he looks way different.
Have you seen that trend going on? It's like Dad or Mom, what what
like
were the 90s like, or what were you like in the 90s?
I did that fucking trend. Yeah,
what's that song? That plays
Iris.
Yeah, by the Goo Goo Dolls.
Yes.
I did that fucking trend on Instagram, and then when I was like, "What were you like in the '90s?" and then it just goes to Oscar the Grouch, and I just did a whole bunch of Oscar the Grouch instead of me.
I appreciate the ones where it's like, it's like funny shit, or it's like the sperm.
Sperm,
just the spooge. Yeah, that's fun.
That's pretty fun.
I saw one. Well, you know what? I think my favorite trend was, and you went viral for it. The John Hamm.
John Hamm. Yeah, that reel is still getting fucking views and likes.
And is it probably fucking up your algorithm now because you're getting these follows, and then those people don't interact with anything else?
Nope. Like I think I'm up to almost 1.5 million views on that reel, and it was like a last minute bullshit reel that I threw together at work just because the trend was funny. And I was like, whatever. Like I've made a million of those, and like I squeeze those shitty little weird videos in between my cooking because you have to, you don't have to, but like whatever, I want to. And it was fun. And also, it was whatever. And the one that I did specifically, my wife pointed out to me, she was like, maybe you shouldn't have filmed that at work about, blowing up your job. And I was just like, nah, like,
you should definitely do that at work.
And she was like, doesn't your boss and your HR manager both follow you? I was like, yeah. What's your point? I was like, and she's like, but you also filmed it in the conference room. And I'm like, you're making this sound a lot worse than it really is. I think they're going to be cool with it. I was like,
green screen.
Yeah, right.
It's funny because my HR manager found me after, and he was like, so you came up on my Explore page. I was like, really? He's like,
you probably fucking did.
I was like, oh, he's like, maybe don't film at work anymore. I'm like, yeah, no, that sounds good. I was like, okay.
I was just telling my wife that I shouldn't have done that.
I was like, dude, I'm not gonna put metal in the microwave and turn it on. Obviously. He's like, okay.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
But you know what? The posts that go viral, I made one, and what was it? It was the scene from The Godfather where Pacino's daughter, after she gets shot, and all I said was, kids at 3 a.m. for no reason. And I put it on the picture of a bed. And again, it got like 1.5 million views. And I'll still every day, it's like, oh, new likes. And it's like, I mean, not but
old video.
It's that video. And all the people that followed us from that, a fuck ton, none of them interact with any of our shit.
Because they're here for
They're here for the memes, but they probably won't even see the memes because they follow. They have like 20,000 people they follow because they see a meme and they follow it. So it really fucks your shit up. Now, I feel like the people who post a video and every video gets a million views. Obviously, that's how you get a ton of interaction and but memes are they giveth and they fucking taketh, man. They do.
It's hard, man. It's like that's why I stopped focusing so much on like, having a flow on my profile and having like all that stuff, because I used to care about that a lot. Like, no, I use my Instagram, my cooking Instagram I use for, plugging my catering occasionally, making some cooking tip videos, putting up something silly, and that's about it. Like that's, I don't try to do it for anything else. And I stopped caring about like the flow of the profile, because I'm like, look, if somebody's going to stay, they're going to stay. A video that I post at some point, if it takes off, like that stupid fucking John Hamm video, then, whatever. And I don't mean to sound ungrateful to the 1.5 million views that I got on that video, but also it was a John Hamm video. Like it, so it's like, I really credit it to him at the end of the day. I mean, he's really what makes that real funny. So it's like, and then that thought sets in. You're like, man, I got 1.5 million views. It's like, but did I get those or did John? And you're just like,
damn it.
Well, and then there's a group of people that only know John Hamm for, oh my God, he's the guy from that meme.
Yeah, right. The meme guy.
Yeah. Which also killed me too. But the reason I think it got on is because all of us know him as Don Draper. And then so like seeing him in that like club scene, you're just like, this is funny as it is. And
I never watched Mad Men, I gotta admit.
What?
I only know him as one of the guys from Baby Driver. Baby Driver? Is that the name of the movie?
He's actually the like detective or the cop from the town.
Yeah. I'm not saying you need to only know him. I'm not saying you need to watch Mad Men, but you definitely should know him from something other than just one of the guys in Baby Driver.
I'm pretty sure he's on a meme. And so if
he's the meme guy.
If you're doing memes, that's pretty much what he does.
Okay.
Mad Men is great, and also just like it's fine.
I'm not calling it. My mom told me something about the show, and I'm not calling it a mom show or anything like that. But
that they had to make him custom pants because his dick was so big. Have you not
the first
heard that?
I've heard of that.
Or that shirt. Wait,
have you not heard about that?
Is John Hamm packing?
Dude, I recorded a whole episode on one of my old shows with Ashley from Lullaby about this. So John Hamm, you can read up on this. Apparently, he's got such a fucking hammer on him that they had to make him custom pants, because when they put on like period accurate 1950s pants, they were like, hey man, we can't do that. Your whatever 8-inch shaft is just like showing in the pants. So they had to make him custom pants because he has a notoriously a John Hamm Thor's hammer. So
I mean, so good for him.
They used to call him John Hamm Hog.
I have the opposite issue.
That's why there's two M's on the end of his name. That's yeah. Where they're like, can we make pants that make this look better? I don't know. That's why there's two M's on the end of his name. It's John Hamm with two M's for that reason, because of the extra inches.
Because the ladies call him John Hamm.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
hey, by the way,
I was really something new today.
I'm cracking open number 2. It's I'm switching to a Cape May coastal evacuation.
I have to say though, so social media, I think I've started to care less about how well videos. I used to, man, if they didn't hit 1,000, trash. I just don't care about that anymore, because to your point, the ones that are gonna pop, they're gonna take off. If people want to come and watch, awesome. If not, that's okay too. And I just stopped letting it fuck with my mental health, because I was like, man, I'm gonna drive myself fucking crazy.
If you only make the videos that you want to make, you are actually gonna flow through. And you being, let me see if I can get this sentence out. You being you is what people will actually stay for, right? I mean, like the authenticity of like your page in a way is just letting your personality kind of like slip out, right? And there's stuff on social media that all of us like keep off, you know what I mean? Like I keep a lot of my personal stuff off the cooking page, for good reason, because there's shit that I just don't keep on there. But like you letting a little bit of your personality come out, and having people be like, oh, I can actually like see what this person is like a little bit. Like that's just, to me, that is more enjoyable for me to watch from others, as opposed to like, just seeing a very like regimented formulaic kind of like, layout of a page, I mean, that's just always how it's been. And I think That's like, when you see any of those bullshit videos, it's like, here's how to get more views on TikTok in 2026. It's all like that. It's always just like, make sure you be yourself a little bit. But it is true. Like it is true that I think if you just post what you want to post, the people that want to stay will stay. The people that don't, and you will end up enjoying it a lot more and not, seeing it as like a chore,
Or it's always and for me, like I would like we use Opus for our clips,
Right.
which is AI, and it takes the long video and it cuts it into 30 viral clips,
Right. Yeah.
29 which are absolute butt cheeks. But then Eric and I were like, fuck that. Let's just start marking things and getting mental notes of shit that we think is funny and just doing it ourselves. Because it's giving you what it thinks the algorithm wants. And that's fine. But I feel like when you're trying to build your brand and who you are, authenticity is key,
Absolutely.
baby. So
right.
And
Well,
it
that's
takes
why, like,
repetition and
in my
practice.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But actual, like, even like with my catering, like I've had a lot of repeat clients that have told me that they've hired me again because they like me catering, right?
Right.
And I, when I cater, I try to feel out the situation. Sometimes people want me to go in the kitchen, cook, shut the fuck up, and just like serve everybody, and that's fine. But naturally, as you guys have been able to tell, I don't shut the fuck up ever. So like when that happens, especially while I'm in the kitchen, like I'm okay with people like coming up, talking to me while I'm cooking, especially if it's like an island situation where they don't have to be on the same side of the counter as me. And I can like converse with them a little bit. And like I enjoy doing that because I love cooking and I love cooking for people. And so like when you're in that situation, your natural personality just comes out. And when people also like that on top of your food, it's the same thing as like as if they're looking at your social media and they're just like, oh, this guy seems like, whatever. Like, so I think it's important to kind of have that facet in any aspect of your life, I guess you should say. So
this is turning into the this is like
it is
just the hour of just realness.
Very hard.
This has been 25 minutes of fucking truth. That's
It
what this
has
has
been.
been. This has been.
And John Hamhog.
It's been 25 minutes of truth with like 90 seconds of holy shit. John Hamm has an 8-inch cock. That's amazing. Like,
Okay, have you seen the new 28 like the Bone Daddy or Bone Temple?
Sorry, say that again?
The
28 years
28
later,
years
the Boner
later.
Temple.
Yes, the Boner Temple.
I can't hear it. Did you just say Bone Daddy?
Or is that
we gotta plug, we
Nightmare
gotta
Before
plug our
Christmas?
brand.
No, it's just that's literally my favorite line from Nightmare Before
Yeah,
Christmas.
yeah,
My son recently became obsessed with Nightmare Before Christmas, and Jack is like walking away. He's like, "Nice work, Bone Daddy."
Bone Daddy.
And I literally like, it's just like I lose it every time I hear that. All right, sorry.
So there's an individual in that movie, and he's got a fucking just hammer.
It's like
And it's
what is it? A
swinging.
baby arm holding an apple.
It is. And I mean, that thing is swanging. And
What's his
it's-
name?
As Jack Nicholson would
Samson.
say, he's got quite the basket on him.
Samson. Yes.
He's got, it's so big.
His name would be Samson.
He
wouldn't it?
has 2 fucking black eyes from running with that thing.
It just comes up and smacks him in the face.
But that's what I
He's the kind of guy
imagine.
that does that like overexerting, like exaggerated, like kneel down when he's at the urinal, right? Like, all right, man, we
'Cause he
got
doesn't
it. Like,
wanna
you gotta.
pull. But I imagine they
I
use.
fucking hate when guys do that. Like, guys are at the urinal and they're just like, "Oh, excuse me, let me put this away," and they do this like big, like fucking. Like,
Yeah. What is it? Yeah, the
Excuse
improv.
me while I put my dick
Guess
away.
I better put my dick away.
But- okay. All right. So 2 things. One, they actually used John Hamm as Samson's stunt cock.
He was the body double.
The body double. And 2, I realized today, I don't know how to really use the urinal.
Yeah, Greg, you are not like a pee next to somebody kind of guy.
I'm not. Is your hand
I
going up
will
because you can
say-
help me?
urinals. Okay, first of all,
You can
I
raise your
hate-
hand. There's a button on here to raise your hand, by the way. Like
No, I'm
this.
gonna physically go like this the entire time. Urinals suck. They're horrible because 2 things. One, it's bad enough that there's the opportunity for someone to come and stand next to you because that's like an act of solitude, right?
And then
Like,
they
I
always
gotta
tell you
pee.
they're vegan.
Right. before we get into anything, just so you know. But also, even at its best, like you might get some pee splashed on you, and then the flushing situation, it sometimes sprays out. It's not a good situation in general. I don't like being in urinals because I just hate it. I think it's a bad setup. I think it needs to be reworked. I think there's a better way to figure it out. It would be better if there was a fucking hole in the wall and you just peed into a hole and nothing came back or anything like that, right? Like,
and the
you were
hole
just peeing.
It's a glory hole, but for peeing.
Yeah. And at the end of it are some very, very, very high-paying people who wait and,
or just people who were expecting something else. And
they're on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
those
all right,
free
hold on.
pounds all throughout the city. That's where it goes.
One, Eric. Why? What do you mean I'm not a good urinal guy?
I know that whenever because we hang out,
Yeah, we
right?
do.
I know you pretty well. We'll go into a bathroom, and there could be 2 or 3 urinals, and it doesn't matter if it's just you and me in there, and that's fine. I don't want to see your dick. I do not. I'm not looking. You'll choose the closed door pooper.
Wow, have you noticed that?
Yes, I noticed. Because I thought it was weird. I was like, oh, he must have to shit. And then you come out just the same exact time. So either one of 2 things is the case. You don't like urinals, or you're a really fast pooper.
Okay, so I'm not a
both
fast
are
pooper.
true.
Both things can be true.
True.
But my thing is with urinals, I always end up pissing on my hand. Okay. And I don't know how much dick is supposed to be out.
All of it. Greg, that's your problem.
No, I thought you were just supposed to hold the head.
No, take the whole thing out. Ain't nobody looking. Here's what I think.
You
Here's
just
what I
drop
think
your pants down to your and
pull your shirt up. No, you pull your whole penis out and then just pee. Yeah, I don't go through the hole.
Oh, you go over the fence.
Yes,
even in jeans.
I unbuckle and I unbutton
okay, sorry.
and then I unzip.
I'm like, how do you go over the button? I'm like,
yeah.
Wait, hold on.
In your size 2 girl jeans, that's why you're having a problem, Greg.
It's all out.
I pull it all out,
and that's okay.
Nuts and bolt and everything.
Are you one of the guys that does the huge like crouch down when you put it away? I feel like
I
that's
go,
like
I have to use the children's one that's a little lower, so it doesn't
Eric
shoot
does a
from
full
so
squat
high.
when he puts his dick away at a urinal. He's like, "Excuse me," and he goes all the way down to the floor. Like,
no, but the older I get, the more I find that I have to shake it a lot to get it all out.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And I will say this: no matter how much you shake it, it wasn't enough. Like I at a certain age, I was like, "Here's the deal: I'm never wearing khakis ever again." Like, I was like, it's never gonna happen. Yeah.
Or
and for some
splash
reason,
yourself every single time you come out of the bathroom, just a little bit on your pants, and then I'll go, look at him. He's always splashing.
True. Yeah, I guess that's true.
So my thing is with that, just what is it? 3 times you're playing with yourself. That's what Good Charlotte says.
Oh.
So I'll typically, after I pee, just rub one. I'm just kidding. Into the urinal.
So I go for 50.
so
50 shakes.
I go until I complete and another fluid comes out. No, listen. I don't like it because okay, so I don't pull the whole thing out. And maybe that's why I always piss in my pants
I think
when
so.
I use the urinal.
I think so.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Be free. Here's the solution.
Be free.
All right.
Just a trough. Everybody, I mean, they've got it like sporting events, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a wall with a hole in the back. It's kind of what you were talking about having, Chris. But it's just
I've
a big...
peed in a trough before, but then the problem is you have to trust other human beings about boundaries.
Yeah.
And see, and this is the thing. It's not like I have any fear of the male genitalia or a dick near me or anything. It's that peeing is an act of solitude, right?
Sure.
I like peeing on my own, which is why, much like Greg, I would prefer always going into a stall and closing the door and taking my time, flushing with my foot, all that bullshit, right? I'm fine with doing all that because peeing is an act of solitude. Like this is me time, and you stood like 4 inches closer to me than I really wanted you to. You know what I mean? So like that was always my problem with the trough. That, and also I was just imagining, a horse coming later and drinking out of it, and I was like, this is throwing me off. I can't. I was like, now I can't pee anymore. I'm like, this is like, yeah. So it's
but what baffles me also at sporting events, there's always a shit in there. So
when you gotta go, listen, you've had like food from a stadium before.
I have, but like
you could see how that might lead to that,
okay,
right?
so you turn around and just explosive diarrhea into the trough?
Better than in your pants.
If you're eating
No.
something at a stadium and 30 minutes later you've got to shit yourself, I got news for you. It ain't the food. There's something there's something going on.
There
You
was
gotta
something
talk
on the
to somebody.
food.
Well, I mean, honestly, though, too, like, okay. Chris, do you have Acme's?
That is the only grocery store close to my apartment.
Oh, okay. So Acme was my first job.
Mine too.
Okay.
And I actually got fired for shoplifting.
No, that's my story.
Right.
I was
sorry.
fired for shoplifting.
All right. I quit because
Of shoplifting.
someone took a shit in the urinal and they said, Greg, here's a plastic bag from the front end. I need you to go scoop it out. And I said, I'm
No.
not doing that. And then they were like, we're sorry, here's a $25 gift card to Acme. Yeah, it got weird. It got really weird.
Because you quit?
I guess they felt like they realized that they fucked up asking a minor to do that without giving like the proper PPE. So they were like, all right, like we have to cover our asses. And then by giving a gift card, you know.
And just sign this paper.
$25 though was pretty cool when you're fucking
25. I mean,
17.
at the time, yeah.
Yeah,
at
that kick
17,
ass.
I was gonna say, yeah. When I was
I was
17,
buying-
I'd be like, I was
Okay.
like, you know,
I'm buying,
that's 2.5 packs of cigarettes.
the Ritz crackers that are not Ritz, but it's like a pretzel and one side's a cracker. The flips.
Yeah. There you go.
Those
Greg,
are cool.
When you worked at Acme,
Chobani's.
what were your breaks like? Like your dinner break or your lunch break? Would you just like buy something from Acme?
Yep, and spend all of my check.
What was your poison?
So I used to get, I would get Pringles, like a can of Pringles, and some sort of candy. So typically, like the gummy Lifesavers.
Okay.
Ooh,
Those
man,
are
I fucking
damn
love
good.
those. Oh,
Those are
yeah.
damn good. So I would get those, and then Pringles.
That's
Right?
That's all a growing boy needs.
That's it.
I was good for like the microwave meals, like the banquet or the encore, or
Hungry Man.
if I had money, Hungry Man.
Hungry Man's
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah,
Hungry Man,
yeah.
that was the premiere. You kidding me?
But the other ones were like 10 for 10. You can get him for $1. So
And
Yeah, that was my
can we
jam.
talk about the bullshit 10 for 10 when everything is just a fucking dollar?
yeah, they want to advertise
And
it
I
that
hate
way so
when
you
they
buy
say-
more.
Like, must buy 3. Fuck you.
So it's $1. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
right.
Some of those deals, especially at my local Acme, no offense to, either of you, but my local Acme, it'll do shit like that, but it'll be like, oh, these will be 50% off, but you have to buy 5 of them. And I'm just like, no.
I don't need
I'm
5
like,
boxes of Lucky
I don't-
Charms.
I'm like, I did that once. I remember I came home. My wife she was like trying to work me through the logic of what I had just done. And I was still not understanding it because I'm a fucking dummy. So like, I'm like, I got you those breakfast bars that you like, the Nature Valley biscuit ones with the cream inside. She's like, okay. I'm like, but they were on sale. They were only like $2.50. I'm like, and I had to buy 5 boxes of them. She's like, so we have 25 breakfast bars? And I'm like, yeah. She goes, so you spent, I was like, yeah, I spent 10 bucks. And she was like, okay, but like, she was like she's like, but let's work through, like, you just spent X amount still when you really only needed like 1 box of bars. So, and I'm like, and I literally was like, yeah, but you don't understand. Like they were, I had to buy, they were on, it was, and I'm working it through in my mind and I'm like, no, you don't understand. You had
this
to buy
makes
5
sense.
of them,
You don't
and they
get
were
it.
$2.50. And I was like, because when you see those yellow signs at the Acme, you're just like, and you just like black out, and you're just like, oh my god, it's on sale,
So we that's like when you're buying something on Amazon and you need to spend $25 to get the free overnight shipping.
I do
So
it
then-
every time, yeah,
and it's
they get me every time.
$2.99, or I'm like, well, it's $2.99, but like that's fucked up because I need trash bags. Those are $17.99, so let me throw those puppies in. And now I've hit the limit, so I'm getting it overnight, even though it's nothing you ever need. It was like a
No.
mini crock pot.
Because you
Yeah,
knew,
like-
oh my God, you did not need that. But you
Well,
also
I
knew
did
that
need
you
it.
needed trash bags
Yeah.
You
No, I
knew
didn't.
that you
I
had.
didn't need contractor-sized trash bags, but now I have a box of them.
Those are awesome to have.
They are.
Those are good.
If you do like yard
Body
work.
stuff or wet work.
Yeah.
Or-
Wet work.
Wet work is a good one.
Wait, isn't that what we were just talking about? The hole in the wall at the urinal?
Yeah, that's wet work.
That is
No,
wet work.
that's
That's who would
water.
collect it.
No, that's water sports.
Oh, but it's still wet work.
That's
wet work,
That's who would collect
horrible
it. Is the guys
bosses?
that do wet work. Yes.
When he shows up, he's like, "Well, I
Yeah.
just drank like a gallon of water, so I need
Yeah.
to go pee."
Somebody's gonna get peed on.
I think he's gonna fucking kill him.
The best part of that entire scene when they hire the guy they think is an assassin and he's just there to pee on him is that when Jason Sudeikis opens the door, his voice drops down and he literally opens the door. He's like, "Yeah," just like that as he opens the door. And that was, I remember vividly watching that part. And as soon as he says that, just crying, laughing. Like, oh,
I
God.
love Horrible Bosses. It's just so fucking funny. Yeah, Eric's a big fan.
I saw it once.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
that
crazy.
one didn't hit, that one didn't hit me as hard as it did you.
Maybe
I
you need
guess.
to watch
Wow.
it again. Are you sure? Really? I love saying that to people. Are you sure? Like, maybe you need to
Watch it again.
again.
Maybe you didn't understand it, man.
I mean, I do be watching movies and not paying attention all the time. So
Oh,
that
man.
might have been it.
No.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm usually yanking it. I'm usually yanking it while I'm watching a movie.
You're at the urinal.
I just, I'm pulling on it 50 times.
But okay, so it would behoove us to not talk about my favorite day that I always tell.
Oh, he says, "Oh, this is my favorite day of the year." No, it's not, Greg. Stop it.
But I enjoy it a
It's
lot.
a great day.
It is,
really
but
is.
I always say I get nervous whenever I'm talking to a hot sauce vendor, and it's always someone random. And I'm always like, it's my favorite day.
It's almost only specific to hot sauce vendors.
Yeah,
too.
It's only hot sauce.
It's only
vendors,
hot sauce stuff. But the annual Philadelphia Hot Sauce Festival,
The annual Philadelphia Hot Sauce Festival.
Third annual?
Fourth
annual.
Fourth one. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this is my third.
It would be third
Second.
because
I think second, maybe either my second or third time judging. I'm not even sure. I think it's maybe my second. Maybe my third, actually. Fuck. Yeah, I think it might be
I
my
think
third.
it is your third because
Yeah.
we've gone to two.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. So
Already.
I did because the first one, the tasting was the night before. We did a blind tasting and then the awards were the next day. Last year we did the judging on site. And this year we're going to be doing it on site again in front of everybody. So that's fun.
That
everyone
was a
gets to
lot
see
of
us.
fun.
Everyone, yeah, I know,
Greg,
right?
Greg
Yeah,
was a guest judge. That's
Oh, I
right.
remember. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a wild. See, what people don't warn you about, and I've done like Boston, I've done Philly a few times. It's what people don't warn you about is that it's not the heat that eventually kills you. It is the combination of the sauces that you have all within a very short period of time. Like, were you were a guest judge for the entirety of all the judging, right? Or no?
I did the fish.
Okay, so
Fish sauces.
So when you're a judge for all of the categories, you have to think that you're having like anywhere between 49 and like 60 sauces all within like an hour, basically.
Yep, yep.
Because Bob, who runs the judging, from Bob on Air, he moves quick, and you have to. And also, it's genuinely a blind judging because he's just squeezing something out of a bottle into one of your fucking spoons, and you're still catching up from two sauces ago because the Reaper in that one is like hitting you, and then you're like, okay, now I have to clear my palate somehow and try this. So the combination of the sauces is what always ends up fucking me up. So,
Can I tell you, I low-key thought I was going to get herpes because he kept touching
He said,
spoon and then next spoon and then next spoon with the tip of the bottle, and it was freaking me the fuck out. So I would wait a couple seconds thinking that the air would kill, and he sort of
yeah,
yeah.
there's a small chance, but you're
Greg,
right.
Greg, I
you
hate
may
to
be
tell
dead in
you
a few
this.
years, but you'll be okay.
Greg already has it. He just doesn't know it. I've been microdosing him my herpes for a long time now.
He's just been kissing me on my mouth every time I go to
hasn't found
sleep.
it yet.
Every time he sleeps, I just come up and go,
He just slowly kisses my mouth.
You sound like Greg putting on chapstick. You're like that, yeah. Yeah.
But you know what? The Hot Sauce Festival is,
Yes.
and I joke, it's my favorite day. It's a lot of fucking fun. It really is.
It is. It is a lot of fun.
Now, Unfortunately, we won't be there this year.
Sorry.
Mother
I know.
fuckers.
I know.
Yeah.
Whole day's
damn it.
ruined. I know.
Yeah.
You can thank Eric for that one.
That is my fault. But I am not that sorry because I'll be in Miami.
That's still that's probably better than Philadelphia. But
I mean,
how dare you go to Miami instead of the outskirts of Philly in Croydon?
And I'm not going to
PA,
come
you
by
piece of shit.
myself.
So yeah, we will regrettably miss it, and I do mean that regrettably.
Well, because that's when we
fun.
So they have hot sauces from even if you don't like heat, they got something for you, and I think that's what I appreciate. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like there's something for everyone. Food trucks. Are there going to be food trucks?
There's going to be food trucks there. There's going to be contests. There is going to be like spicy food eating contests. They're going to be doing, I believe, wings and pizza. Wings one day, pizza the other day. There's going to be food trucks. There's usually music playing the whole time. As you two know, Neshaminy Creek Brewing Company is fucking fantastic. Great beer, great people, very accommodating. They got a lot of good shit there. And there's also like balloon artists and like there's a lot of great shit. It's a nice vibe too. I mean, because you're seeing all these vendors that come from all over the country, literally. Like, you know, like there's some like even like from Tennessee, like literally like so Harmacy, Homero, who owns Harmacy Hot Sauce, he'll be there. He recently just was entered into a competition and won, I believe, best hot sauce in America from that competition, which is crazy. But again, he's another one who like he'll make sauces that are absolutely like hot sauces and spicy, but they are flavor forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can go to those festivals and you can actually find things that are incredible. Like there was a guy there who's going to be there again this year, I believe, not Joe Mama's sauce. And he won a few years ago for a sauce called the Sweet Onion, which I'm hoping maybe you guys tried. But it is basically, it's like a caramelized onion and tomato sauce.
I have some in my fridge actually right now.
Yeah, it is not the hottest sauce in the world. It's really not even like crazy spicy, but as far as flavor, I remember he won, I believe in 2024, he won the category for best one to put on a hot dog because that was one of the categories.
That is a hot dog sauce.
It is. And I'm sorry. That's why, like, I think some people enter these competitions thinking that it's all about making the hottest sauce, blowing everybody away. And that is not the case, man. Like, if you have a great, beautiful sauce, that is all that matters. Like, for the Boston Hot Sauce Festival, which was back in 2024 that I did, the winner of the green sauce category, the Verde sauce, was just like, it wasn't even really that spicy. It was just like a quintessential salsa verde. Like you go to the restaurant and you get a salsa verde and you're like, these tomatillos taste like they were just fired like 10 minutes ago. Like that's what, you know what I mean? Like when you taste something and you're just like, this fucking just hits so well. And so there's a lot of sauces like that there. There are also sauces that will lay you the fuck out, but you know, that's
but what I really appreciate too is the fact that everyone is so knowledgeable and willing to talk. I mean, obviously they're trying to sell their product, but they're also willing to talk to you about their stuff because
it's you know, it's not just the sales pitch for these people. This is their lives. I mean, for a lot of people, this might be the only thing they do, but this is like their passion. These are small batch hot sauce vendors. Like this is what they pour their heart and soul into. A lot of times these are recipes that have been passed down from their family. Like they love talking about this shit. Like when I used to sell my hot sauce and when I have given people my spicy candy, which both of you have had, it's, you know, which you have to try the new one, by the way, because it's fucked up. It brings out a passion because you all of a sudden are going back to the creation of it and you're going back to why you love it. And so, yes, you're trying to sell a product, but in the process of doing that, you're really sharing like kind of a part of yourself. And I think you two, I mean, you can tell me if this is true, but when you go into that semicircle of all those vendors in that big brewery, you just see that over and over and over with every single place that you visit.
I always feel bad that I don't bring enough money to buy one from everybody. That's the hardest part for me is that I really want to. I want to do a loop, give them a try. Here's what I don't like is when I go to them and they say, okay, and now here's this one. Go ahead and try that. Okay. How was that? Okay. And they already have the next one lined up for me. And I'm like, God damn, I'm like, you're going to make me want to buy them all.
Oh, fuck, you're going to make me buy one.
But yeah, genuinely,
Just
like,
think that Riley read me.
She's the new hot sauce spokesperson.
She really is.
Bent in half.
But I have saved on my phone the best meme of her ever, and it's literally her, but instead of her, it's the face of the dude that's from the Muppets, and it just says, "Oh fuck, you're gonna make me meep," and I'm just like,
oh yes,
what's the debit card one?
oh god,
oh fuck, you're gonna make me pay. Is that it's oh fuck, you're gonna make me pay? Yes.
But you know what? She wants her videos off.
Does she actually?
And that's what I heard. I don't fucking know. But you know what? The first
That's amazing.
I love the internet.
It says, "Oh fuck,
I love the internet."
But I have another version of it that says "Go Meeper."
Go Meeper.
So, yeah. All right, sorry.
No. What I was saying was the first year. That's when Eric and I met Mike Jack me off.
Oh, Mike Jack. Yeah.
Mike Jack.
That fucking psychopath. Yeah, I love him so much.
That dude.
I felt so bad for him. I mean, I know he chose to do it to himself, but like, it was just a bunch of people watching a grown man like eat stuff that he was going to throw up like 30 minutes from now.
He was like, and you talk to him, and he's this little tiny Canadian dude, and he's like, it's true, and he's just like, I'm like, how do you prep for this? He's like, oh, I just drink some coconut water and kind of take it easy, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I thought he was drinking like candle wax or something. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And
Homer Simpson.
There are two. I remember that episode. Yes. There are two people that eat spicy things like that, right? There are the what's his name? Fucking Ed Curry's, Smoking Ed Curry, who owns Pepper Company, who I've met. Fucker. There's people like him. There's people like him who will eat it and you don't even see a reaction. He may be feeling a lot of it, but all the years of tasting peppers and the ex-meth use and everything like that have just completely probably dumbed a lot of his senses, right? And you can't even tell that he's going through anything. And then there's people like Mike, where he 100% feels every single pepper. He just doesn't stop. That's the difference, is that he's like, he feels every Carolina Reaper he's eating, and he's just like, I'm not going to stop though. I don't get, like, whatever. Like, that's what fucked me up, was like, that to me is crazier. Like, it's one thing to eat heat and just be like, I'm gonna, like Ed Curry says, like, I'm just gonna enjoy the spice on this one, like, you fucking weirdo. But with Mike Jack, you see him do this shit and you're just like, okay, he's literally feeling the pain of every pepper, but he's just not stopping. He's just continuing to go.
And he even said, what, he'll just like lay on the bathroom floor the next day and just throw up a whole bunch. Like, that sucks ass.
Yeah.
Lost a day.
Yeah.
Well, and I asked him, I said, so are you worried about like esophageal cancer? Or
he said he asked his doctor.
He said, no, my doctor said it's probably fine, and then asked me for my autograph. He's like, it's probably fine. Or he's like, yeah, whatever. And like,
he's got a Canadian doctor. They're like, oh fuck, bud, you're fine. Get out of here.
It's on the house anyway.
You'll be okay.
Yeah, you'll be okay. Don't worry about it.
But like, I don't know. I'll watch videos of him. His videos pop up all the fucking time, and it's just him crushing those those chips, like the fucking
like the one chip challenge.
Yeah, and he'll like unpack 50 of them. Just fucking because they're all individual, so you have to open up each fucking one, and he's just
got his headband on. He's just like, we're gonna eat 50 chips today, and I'm just like, what the fuck? The most impressive thing I've seen him do, though, is that he set the Guinness Book of World Record for the fastest time to drink a can of Campbell's tomato soup through a straw.
I saw that. What the fuck is that?
That's so gross.
And it's funny because there's this huge buildup, and then you just see, and he's just like, and I'm just like, oh man, and I'm like, man, that must like give you a headache. Like, it reminds me of when like my son was like super sick as a baby, and I had to put that fucking thing in my mouth that sucks out the boogies.
Suck the boogie out.
Nose Frida.
And I would be like this, and I'd be sucking, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting lightheaded. Like, it was like that. So like, that's like, I'm just imagining him doing that with tomato soup.
But you know what? Would that fuck? I mean, tomato soup is pretty good.
It is. The right kind of tomato soup.
With a good grilled cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just chugging it all down though. At
right. You're right. You're right.
True.
Although
I recently, I think last year for a catering gig, I did butternut squash and tomato soup shooters. So I made a tower of half tomato soup, half butternut squash soup shooters, like actual shots. And they had I had it lined on like a tower and stuff. And people were just walking up, just taking shots of tomato soup. And it was next to a burrata bar that I set up. So I had bowls of burrata with all the accoutrements to put the burrata on top of, like, whatever. So it was like you could get a burrata salad that you could make yourself with all the toppings and balsamic glazes. And then next to it was a bunch of shots of tomato soup.
So explain to Eric what a burrata salad is.
Oh, yeah, because Greg, Greg knows, but...
So burrata is a form of mozzarella, basically, but the inside is still loose, wet curds that's gooey.
Oh, like
right?
Like
so
me.
it's like, basically, it's
You're
basically
like
the inside of
curds.
So there is a hard shell of a burrata in a ball, and then you cut it open, and it just oozes out of like soft mozzarella curds, basically.
Oh, okay.
And so I set up bowls of those in water. And I also put like some toppings, some pistachios, some nuts, some salad for the bottom. I put hot honey, balsamic glazes, truffles, stuff like that. So people could make their own little burrata salad. And then next to it was a tower that I had made of tomato soup and butternut squash shooters. So people were just taking shots of tomato soup and having burrata salad.
Interesting.
I may be a fucking schmuck, but I know how to cater at least a little well. So I'm like, yeah.
I'm trying to get in on some burrata.
Dude, it's the best. I mean, Belgium, if you can find it in one of your stores, in Acme probably, but like if you go to the refrigerated deli section that like where everything costs too much money, you can find it there. It's usually submerged in water and a little bit of the natural whey or milk or something. And a big burrata ball that's like maybe the size of like a fist could cost you $5.99 even, but it's like it's fucking great. It is next level good. Like,
is it acceptable to eat it in one sitting?
Acceptable? I don't know, but I always do.
I thought you were saying one bite, Greg.
I mean, you could do it in one bite. I've done that before. I personally like to buy the mini burratas, the ones that are like the size of a pearl onion.
Okay, I have had those then.
Yeah, but not solid mozzarella. Like the inside of them is like
maybe I've had the ones, they were Hawette. And,
well, I'd say so. They make them. The mini ones are more about the size of like an average testicle. I'd say.
Yes,
and they're about that shape too. Yeah, they're about yay big, right?
Testicle.
Yeah, average testicle. I don't want to say a ball because balls come in different sizes. So I'll say average testicle, right? An average fully descended testicle. So count me out. No.
You and John Hamm.
True. Yeah. But yeah, you can get smaller burrata.
Good. You
can also get bigger burrata.
Burrata comes in all sizes.
Burrata does come in all sizes. So, maybe that's why his dick is so big. His balls haven't dropped.
For those of you listening,
still feeding it.
His crotch was just like, we need something, and like,
we gotta go somewhere.
But no, the burrata for me is amazing, and around here especially, people put it on pizza. It's like the best thing ever, because you put it a little bit warm on a very hot pizza, crack it open, and just spread it throughout the pizza, and it's fucking next level, man.
It's like real creamy.
Yeah, yeah, very creamy.
Eric and I used to work with this guy who was real wet for putting quail eggs on pizza.
Who was that?
He sounds like a little bit of a douche. Sorry.
Yeah, he was, how you say, a lame.
Okay.
He used to just have one of those immersion cookers, you know, and he would just sous vide everything, and be like, "Oh well, I'm trying out this new recipe for my restaurant, man," and it was always just ass. And then he would always get quail eggs. His restaurant closed now, so but
well, there's a reason. Quail eggs are fun to look at because they look like mini dinosaur eggs.
Sure.
And then you crack them open, you're like, oh, it's just a lot less of something that I really love. It's literally that. It's literally just a tiny egg. It's not like a duck egg. A duck egg is a little bit bigger and it has a little bit more of a gamey taste and it's a little bit more creamy. Like, I like duck eggs. Quail eggs are just tiny little micro testicles of eggs that are just smaller versions of things that we all love. I'm sorry. Like, they're
so
cute.
What's the point?
But like,
to be pretentious?
Vanity. Yeah, like vanity. They're huge. So they're very, very big in Asian cuisine, right? Quail eggs are all over the place in Asian cuisine, which is fine. It's part of their, food and their culture and stuff, and it fits, and that's fine. But it's essentially, they're just eggs. And like, they don't have that much more of a gamey taste. And if somebody's like, well, actually, quail eggs have more of a gamey, if they say that to you, they're lying. I'm sorry. Or they're just a dick. Like, they're just fucking eggs. Like, that's all they are. Like,
Do you know, like, okay, so as someone who I don't really care for eggs unless they are, how you say, jammy.
Okay, that's a 7-minute egg right there. So,
but I also, my favorite type of egg is the rainbow bubblegum eggs.
Rainbow bubblegum eggs?
Yeah, and they come in purple, yellow, and pink. And they are, it's an Easter candy.
Are you talking about, I was going to say, oh, okay. I was like, are you talking about Easter eggs?
Rainbow.
Rainbow. Greg, you know those aren't real eggs, right?
What? The Easter Bunny definitely brings them to me every year. Eric, are you looking them up?
Rainbow. How'd you find out my screen name?
I thought it was Rainbow.
I think it's Rainbow mini eggs. Are they the milk chocolate ones?
No. It's gum.
Oh.
If you make me Google Rainbow, and is this like a lemon party situation? No.
So it's like, do you remember the Rainbow gum, which is like the best gum on the market?
Rainbow bubblegum balls. Oh, it's in a tube.
No, but it's the Rainbow eggs.
God damn it.
Look up rain-blow bubblegum eggs. And they're in a little bag.
Everybody that's watching, follow along.
They will change you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, BLO.
BLO. Yeah. They are so fucking tangy.
Rainbow egg.
Yeah.
I just went like, my jammies are way shorter now because they're just so good.
Okay. All right.
I think I know what these are. I didn't know they were called Rainbow. I should.
Well, you're welcome.
I should sue them for taking away my screen name idea. I didn't know that.
So there you go. All right, real fast. Also, Chris. So the Hot Sauce Fest it is on the 28th and the 29th of March.
And the 29th of March at Neshaminy Creek Brewing Company. Once again, Neshaminy Creek has been amazing. It is this year is being presented and hosted by White House Station Sauce Company and Cast Iron Kyle, which is awesome. Those two have been magical human beings and getting me into this world. Especially Kyle. I mean, Kyle, I met like this. I met him on a podcast basically because I started following him and I got interested and I was like, hey man, come on my fucking show. And then like later that year, I went to his house for the first time. We started hanging out and now I see him once or twice a year, even though we live like 2 hours away. And yeah, it's wild. So I don't know how that even happened. So.
Did I see that White House? They're doing they did a collab with Neshaminy for a new hot sauce.
I believe so. Yeah. White House does a lot of collabs. They did a collab, I think, with them. They did a collab with Chili Plants too. Chili Plants is the local New Jersey they're one of the biggest suppliers of super hots in the Northeast. They have like tens of thousands of the place is a mecca. There was a hot sauce festival there called Fiery Farm Fest, I believe, in September. And it was held at Chili Plants, the farm itself. And I was lucky enough to have the owner. He took me around, and everybody who works there is amazing. Like the head farmer, like the farmer, even like the operations. Literally everybody there is amazing because they all love like peppers and growing things and gardening and everything like that. So you're getting all of that infused. But they also did a collaboration with Chili Plants a couple of years ago where they made a sauce called the Kitchen Sink, which was like a whole bunch of their super hots they had left over that are just mashed into one sauce. It was a beautiful tasting sauce. Like, it was so good. And then like 5 minutes later, you're just like, oh fuck. And you're like, so it tasted really good. And then like everything kind of hits you. So yeah.
Sometimes variety is the spice of life, and other times spice is the spice of life.
Literally. Yeah.
That's what I always say, at least.
And Chris, so it's also fairly inexpensive to attend, right?
I believe if you get them online, it is less than $12 a ticket. I think it's like $11.
Which is less than 12.
It is so worth it.
Oh yeah.
It is so worth it.
I mean, what you're getting with the ticket is, you get entry into the brewery, and you also you're getting access to like all these hot sauce vendors that don't end up in the same place ever. Like, that's all I could say. Like, you have people coming from Indiana, from Massachusetts, from fucking Michigan, sometimes from Tennessee. Like, you have people coming from all over, a lot from Philly, a lot from Jersey, incredible sauces. And you're in one of the best breweries in Philly, in my opinion, in the Philly area. And Neshaminy Creek is fucking incredible.
I love their beer.
They have been so accommodating. They've been so nice with everything. And yeah, it's just an amazing event. It's such a fun day. I love these hot sauce festivals in general, but being a part of it, being able to judge is also fun. But like aside from tasting a bunch of sauces and judging, I'm really just there as like a spectator and stuff like, you know what I mean? Like it's really nice just to walk around. That's mostly what I do, is walk around making everybody feel uncomfortable and just like being like, hey man, like
hey, try my
it's like,
spicy candy.
yeah, I know, right? That's a weird line to open with. It's like you want to try some wild shit. Like,
hey, I got some candy for you.
Well,
I would say that the Philadelphia Hot Sauce Festival, even if you are just the teeniest, tiniest bit interested in hot sauce, it's a must go, because that's the jump off point because that's how I was when we very first went. I like Frank's hot sauce. That's my jam. You know, I enjoy hot sauce. Even if you're just that, this takes it and elevates it so far beyond that. It's amazing.
I think too, what's cool, you go and you kind of discover what you like or don't like, because odds are you're not going to like everything, right? And that's cool.
No,
like I think
no.
everyone, but you find out what you do like. So when you go out and like, you know, on vacation, they have like, you know, hot sauce spots, or you're now kind of more versed in what you do like. So I feel like that helps you kind of explore too.
Well, and like you were saying earlier, there's something for everybody at these festivals. I mean, that's kind of the beauty of it, is that yes, there are those who enjoy inflicting pain upon themselves and don't necessarily care about flavor, right? And trust me, I understand the appeal of that. I really do. However, I also appreciate sauces that are flavor forward, right? I want a sauce that, it's true, it may give me the forehead sweats and make my neck hurt a little bit, and then I may regret eating it. But in that interim, you want that complexity of the flavors. And like we were saying before, you get all these small batch hot sauce companies that's what you get, because they throw passion into these things, and they throw their family recipes and things from their life and things they've learned and things that they love. And so it makes the sauces better. And then when you taste it and you're hearing this, you kind of understand, you know, where that sauce came from and why you're tasting what you're tasting. And it makes the entire thing like an experience. Like each one of those vendors cares so much about their sauce, and it's amazing to talk to them about that. Not only that, but they're just so generous with everyone else who's also a vendor. Like you guys probably learned this from going there and interviewing a few times at this point and just being there. The community itself, it's crazy. I had no idea that this hot sauce community is like incredibly vast, and also like there's so many different varieties of sauces and people and everything like that, and everybody is just so like accommodating and nice. And it's like it's a great place. It's a great community to be a part of. It really is.
No, it is. And I think too, like, dude, like even if you go and you don't buy anything, which you 100% should, you should support everyone but you'll also like, you get like stickers and, you know,
100%.
like, you get
100%.
shit while you're there too.
Yeah.
So it's just fucking go. If you're in the area, go. The fourth annual
Philadelphia Hot Sauce Festival at Neshaminy Creek Brewing Company on March 28th and March 29th. Tickets online. You can go to the link in my bio. I have them right there. I believe, I think they're like $11 or $12. Like it's not that much. Like
Can't beat it.
I've paid more for going to much shittier festivals.
Yeah.
So
dude,
this
you
is
pay
like
$12 for dumb shit. All like, I know I do.
Yeah.
So just fucking just do it.
Thanks for listening to Daddies the Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, drop a review, and give us a like. We'll see you next time.